What's up, guys? So I'm here playing some Magic the Gathering Arena. The brand new set, Zendikar Rising, has just come out, and I really love it. So far, this is one of my favorite sets in a long time. There's kind of three primary new mechanics that were introduced with this set. Well, one returning mechanic and two new ones. And we'll talk about those once we get to see the cards here. But yeah, we're going to do a little bit of a draft and see how things go. It should be a lot of fun. All right, we finally got our table ready. If you don't know about Zendikar, it's kind of like an adventure-themed set. The idea is you form your party, and then your party is going to go out and go on an adventure in this very hostile land that really wants to kill you. There's volcanoes and typhoons and monsters and snakes and all kinds of bad stuff. So Nighthawk Scavenger is an absolute bomb, so I can't imagine we're taking anything other than this. So one of the new mechanics here are these flip cards. You can see this is a land on the back. These cards are almost all very strong because the idea is if you have it in your opening hand, you can play it as a land because you're going to need lands early. But then if you draw it late, when you don't need a land, it's not a dead card. It's a spell that you can use, so that's really good. So that's one of my favorite new mechanics in this set. Generally, I value these very highly, but of course, Nighthawk Scavenger is absolutely insane. Flying, Death Touch, Lifelink, and it is at minimum a 1/3, but usually it's more like a 3/3 or a 4/3. So, yeah, this card is absolutely ridiculous. So, big no-brainer pick there. So another mechanic is the party. So you can see a creature that an opponent controls gets -X, where X is the number of creatures in your party. So a party is any combination of rogues, warriors, clerics, there's a cleric, and wizards. So if you have one of each, you have 4 creatures in your party, and that is the maximum. So what is our second pick here, though? Into the Royal, I think, is a quite good card. I think it is a very good card, so that might be the pick. This is a good card if you're an aggressive deck, so is the Hazard. The Mage's Familiar is very good as well, but it's in 2 colors. I don't want to take that too early. Synchronized Spellcraft is okay too, but I think it's got to be Into the Royal here. And it also goes very well with our Scavenger if we end up in some kind of blue-black rogues. Drawn a Silencer might wheel, and we might get a chance at another one, so that would also be good in blue-black rogues. So yeah. We've done 2 of the mechanics so far, right? The flip cards and the party, and then the third mechanic is landfall. So you can see whenever land enters the battlefield, something good happens. Those are usually good just because you're going to be playing lands anyway. So definitely not a bad thing here. This card is insanely good, so I kind of want to take that. I think it's definitely the best card in the pack. The Moss Pit Skeleton is good, but again, dual color card. So I think, you know, we don't want to try to commit to 2 different colors, so Blood Reckoning and Mind Drain I think are just okay. Balaged Recovery is just an insane card because, again, like, you have this early in your hand, it's just a land. Just play it as a land. You draw it on turn 10, it's the best card. It just gets you the best card from your graveyard back, so absolutely broken card. So it's possible we'll end up in some kind of black-green, especially if we can get more of these skeletons. Black-green seems to care about +1/+1 counters. Lithoform Blight. Oh, yeah, this is just a fixing card. It's okay at best, I think. Blood Beckoning, again, just okay. Reclaim the Waste can get us some lands. Red is looking a little open so far, maybe. Kite Sail Cleric is good if we end up black-white somehow, but I'm kind of leaning towards the Scythe Cat. I think this is a generally good card because it gets bigger permanently whenever you play a land, and it is good because it has +1/+1 counters, which synergize with black-white. I think it's just the best card in the pack for us right now. If we don't take that, we might take Raptor, Squid. None of these cards are mind-blowing, so I think we'll just take the Cat. +1/+1 counter attached to a land seems very good. It seems like maybe green counters deck could be open. The Stomper is good too. Returning 2 lands matters a lot when you end up with a bunch of landfall triggers. Feed the Swarm is great too, by the way. Just destroy a creature. We might just take that, to be honest. And then we cut black a little bit, which might discourage the guys to the left from taking black, which I want black because I want to play my scavenger. So I think we'll take the swarm here. It does damage us, but like it's just a really good removal spell. So at this point, I think I want to take the skeleton, but let's just double check everything else. This is a great card. 6 mana 3/3 flyer or a 2 mana 1/1 flyer with lifelink. That is a great card. But I think we might want to get the skeleton train going. Like the skeleton just goes great with everything we have so far. Oh my god, and there's a Hagra Constrictor. It's a shame that this pack's not going to wheel, right? There's only going to be one card coming back from this, and it's probably not going to be something we want, but yeah, I'll take the skeleton. The predation is pretty good. We just take their best card if we draw this, but this kind of has the awkward thing of like, if you top deck this on turn 10, it's probably not good. You know what I mean? So that's a little bit weak. We could also just take the mace, but like we have no party members yet except for one rogue. The mace gets better the more party members you have. We could also take Glacial Grasp. I think I'm just going to take the land, though. Continue to cut black, you know. Interesting. This seems fine. Landfall +1/+1 counter. This seems kind of like everything we want to do. This gets us back the skeleton if we play it. I think we'll take this. Another Scythe Cat is probably just what we're looking for. I mean, a big worm is nice, but like I think we want to focus on +1/+1 counters for now. If we do think we're going to end up in these colors. Adventure Awaits is okay. So is the Cliffhaven Kite Sail. But like this doesn't really synergize. I think I'll just take Adventure Awaits. We might not end up playing. There we go. Skeleton Wield. All right. This is how we know we're in the right colors. So that's perfect. Lithoform Blight. Yeah, that's fixing. I think we want Reclaim the Wastes. This is good with Landfall. Yeah, that's got to be better. So the thing is, like, you can kind of just consider this a land. By the way, the Stomper Wield, too. So like I said, you can really, really tell. Oh, and the Constrictor! Okay, you can tell we're in the right colors, man. Green-black +1/+1 counter seems extremely open right now. So that is exactly what we're looking for. The rare in the pack is Lithoforming, which it's an interesting card, but I can't imagine we would ever transition to red at this point. Especially 2 red, not easy to splash. The Blight Blade is definitely fine. A 1/1 Death Toucher for 1 is a perfectly playable card. 3/4 for 3 is playable-ish, but like there's not really any synergy here. It's between these two, Spare Supplies and the Blight Blade. Spare Supplies is just good for drawing cards, but I think, well, but then again, we might get another chance at a Blight Blade because green-black seems so open. I think we're going to take the supplies. It's just kind of nice, you know, getting the card draw could make a big difference in these games. So I think we want Oblivion's Hunger here. Draw a card if that creature has a +1/+1 counter. I mean, that's exactly what we're trying to do. I don't really want a second Predation. I don't even think this card is that good, even though I spent a long time talking about how the split cards are good. The problem is just like this is only good early in the game. So it's kind of like the two sides compete with each other because it's like early in the game is the only time that making the player discard a card is really going to be that consistent. So I think we are for sure taking the Hunger here. I'm not really crazy about this one. It just makes a land into a 4/4 for 4. I mean, it's fine, but it's basically just a 4/4 for 4, which is not super exciting. And then a 1/4 reach for 3, that's not good at all. So I think we'll take the Hunger here. It goes perfectly with what we're trying to do. Now, this is a good card. I mean, it doesn't fit with our theme, but it's just like such a bustedly good card. I think we should take it. Because keep in mind, okay, so it's a 2/3 for 3, which is like almost playable. Sometimes it's a 5/3 for 3, which is way more than playable. And it has Menace on top of that. So like just half of this card is very, very good. And just in the off case that we need a land, it also is a land. If we're not taking that, we're probably taking a Scythe Cat. But like we've seen multiple Scythe Cats already. So we'll probably get more chances to get them. So I think we just take the Rogue here. The Rogue is just an extremely good card. So base camp is not really what we want because generally the green colors tend to be not focused around the party. So we're probably not going to get that many party things. I think we just want the visionary here. It draws us a card. It's either that or another scale to heights, but like we have no 4s so far, so this fills out our curve, draws us a card. I think this is just generally a great card to grab here. And another one. Yeah, I'll take another one for sure. I don't really think we want too many Oblivion's Hungers. Like, if you have a bunch of these clogging up your hand, it's a little bit awkward. Canopy Baloth is very good. Dauntless Survivor is very good with our synergies here. Tangled Florahedron is very good. Green looking insanely open. Man, I don't even know what to take here. I think we take the Survivor, to be honest, because we are going to end up with a lot of +1/+1 counter synergy. Just having that attached to a 2-drop is just pretty good. Florahedron's very tempting, but I just think that counter is going to be really important, especially with 2 skeletons here. So yeah, we did get another Scythe Cat, kind of like I predicted. We would probably get another chance at more of those, and another Constrictor. I mean, come on, we are really doing it right now. Just all these +1/+1 counter synergy cards are coming our way, so that seems great. So yeah, like I said, the green colors tend to not be emphasizing the party mechanic, which I think is really cool. So you might remember there was the set Ikoria 2 sets ago. Oh, and look, we did get another shot at a Blight Blade, so I'll take that too. So Ikoria, the theme was humans versus monsters, right? Like there were all these monsters that mutate, and then there were the humans as well. I'm a little torn between the Zendikar and the Snarecaster, but like we have a lot of 3s already, and a 1/4 reach is just trash. And I really don't want another predation, so let's take the Zendikar. It helps fill out our curve and stuff. A vanilla 3/3 for 3 or a 5/4 for 5. I think we want this just because we need a little bit more late game, and like the healing might actually matter. This might save us. So yeah, anyway, to finish my point, Ikoria, the theme was humans versus monsters, right? And I didn't really think the theming in Ikoria was that compelling. I didn't really care for the flavor of the set. But actually, like, this set... Wow, we got a 1/4 reach anyway that we probably won't play. This set, like, the theming is so cool. So, oh my god. Veteran Adventurer is not really what we're looking for. It's got to be the Shade. This card is absurd. You can just play it. You can keep getting it back and playing it forever. This card is broken. We really got a good rare here. Cragplate Baloth. Oh, yeah. I think we have to take that. There are a lot of good cards for us here. Rabid Bite is really good, actually, and we don't have that much removal. So maybe we should take that, but I feel like we have to take the rare, right? This card just wins the game if we play it, so... Yeah, I would like to see more removal. Let's look at what kind of removal we have. Feed the Swarm. And, like, is that it? That's, like, our only removal spell. So that's not great. Well, and the Blight Blade is almost removal. But, you know, it doesn't work on flyers, obviously. But anyway, we'll take the Baloth here. There, that's a removal spell. A great one, too. Return card with Kicker. We're probably not going to have very many Kickers. So yeah, I think I want the Thirst over another Feed the Swarm for sure. We don't want to put our life total at too much risk here. Blood Chief's Thirst is a great card. Oh, this is interesting. Put counters on Crawling Barons. So how does the skeleton work? Whenever... See, I don't know if these synergize. Whenever one or more counters is put on a creature you control. But this does it in the wrong order. Put counters on the Barons, then you may have it become a creature. So the only way that activates is if we do this twice in one turn. So we might take Blood Price. Oh, wait, no, Vanquish the Weak, of course. That's what we need to take here. More removal, guys, more removal. Removal, very important. Skydancer, we don't really need. I think we take the Gnarlid Colony because it can get counters, and it gives our counter creatures trample. I'll take that. So the Mucklord is good. It gives a counter, but we have so many 3s. I think we just take another Visionary. I don't think we need more 3s. A Shadow Cat. Sack a creature to put a counter on it. Whenever... Oh my god. Whenever a creature with a +1/+1 counter dies, draw a card. That's just good enough to take this just for that line of text. I don't really think we're going to use the sacrifice, but like we have so many creatures with counters, and we need more 4-drops. Like, well, we need more like high cost cards in general. We'll take a Scythe Cat here, but like we're getting so many Scythe Cats that I don't know if we're going to run that many of them. Veteran Adventurer. I think we take a Constrictor here. Like we have so many Constrictors. I don't know if we're going to play them, but yeah, I think we'll take Blood Price here. It's card draw. I mean, I just have more playables than I know what to do with. You know what I'm saying? Mucklord versus Blightblade. I guess we take a Mucklord. We're going to have to cut so many cards, man. But yeah, so what I don't remember if I finished my point about green not having that much party mechanics. So what I think is cool is like all of the green color combinations, their themes do not relate to the party. So like green black is all about +1/+1 counters. Green blue is all about casting big kicker spells. Green white is all about landfall. And then I forget what green red is about in this set. What does green red do? I don't even remember. But anyway, so I think that's really cool. And then all the other colors are focused on this new party mechanic. So it's like you can draft colors where, you know, you're putting together your party. You got the rogues, the wizards, the warriors. So that's what the other colors are focused on. But green is just like focusing on sort of the power of the earth with the landfall triggers, with these big monsters and stuff like that. So I think it's really cool. I think that the design in this set, I just think is really captivating and interesting. And I really, really love it. Apparently like standard is like already broken, like with Lotus Cobra and the new Omnath and stuff. Everyone's complaining about standard, but like standard has been broken for years at this point. I don't really know what they're doing. They just keep pushing the envelope of how good cards can be in standard, and then they end up having to ban like 10 cards a year. So I don't really know what they're doing with standard, but let me tell you, draft has never been better. Draft is absolutely awesome right now. So the first thing I do here is we're going to separate out our dual cards here. So the sort of the principle that I've been following, I heard someone say this and it sounded like a good idea, so I've been doing it, is that you can kind of treat these as 2/3 of a land, meaning 3 of these can replace 2 normal lands. And so we happen to have 3 of these flip cards. So we can cut 2 lands and feel pretty good about it, I think. So we're running 18 lands here, which is 1 more than you would usually run. But because these lands are also spells, I think it's perfectly fine to do so. So we've got to cut 11 cards. We might cut... Oh, Reclaim the Waste is kind of like a land too. So I think we can actually cut another land here. So now we're running 17, but this kind of counts as a land because it can pull you a land if you're desperate for it. So... man, we can't cut the Shade. I think we cut Adventure Awaits. That card is not that good. We might cut Spare Supplies. We've got way too many 3s, so we got to cut some of these. Is Scale the Heights worth playing? Like, the question is just, like, would I rather have this or just the Skycat, right? Like, am I going to cut a Skycat for Scale the Heights? You can play an additional land, so this does help me ramp, but like my curve is not that high. I don't think we can cut the Scavenger. Like the Scavenger has 0 synergy with the deck, but it's like such a broken card that we just have to run it, I think. And I think we're probably going to run every piece of removal that we have. So Mucklord, Constrict. Man, my cards are just so good. So a question here is Blood Price better than Spare Supplies? I feel like Spare Supplies is better, so I think I'm going to cut Blood Price. We might cut Zendikian or Zendikar too. I just don't think that card is that good. We could cut the Ascetic as well, but it's just like I have so few big creatures. But then again, we do have a lot of like repeated, like we get Moss Skeleton back multiple times. Plus Moss Skeleton is kind of a 5-drop. Here, how about let's like, so I don't really want to cast Moss Skeleton for 2. I would much rather cast him for 5. So this might give us a better idea of what our curve is really like. If we move these kicker spells over, the kicker spells that I plan on casting for their real cost, I'll move over. So like this is a 5. Okay, I think we should cut the ascetic then, because now that I look at it, I actually kind of do have a lot of 5s because of those kicker spells. Yeah, I mean, I guess we cut the Muck Lords. They're not really that good. It only matters when it dies. I feel like the Constrictors are better than the Muck Lords. Oh my god, we got to make 4 more cuts. Maybe we cut a Blight Blade, because we do have a pretty decent amount of removal. And it can't deal with flyers anyway. I mean, we could cut Reclaim the Waste, but like I don't really know what the point is, because we'd have to add a land anyway. This is definitely tough, guys. I don't want to cut Oblivion's Hunk. Maybe we cut like Spare Supplies, to be honest. I don't know if we need the card draw, considering we have 3 Visionaries and we have the Skeletons, which, I mean, it's not card draw, but it does mean that like we'll probably never run out of things to do. So for that reason, I think we're going to cut the supplies. I don't know. Maybe we'll come back around to that. Maybe we cut like 1 Scythe Cat. But like the question is Scythe Cat better than Constrictor? Tough call. Man, this is hard. It is really hard to make these cuts, guys. If I spend too long on this, I'll just cut this part out of the video. I don't think we can cut the Stomper, right? We need those landfall triggers. Okay, I think we're going to cut maybe 1 Constrictor, 1 Sky Cat. Because we're extremely heavy on 2s. Okay. I'm going to make the skeleton my cover image. I think we're going to try it like this. This is just hard to do. I usually don't end up with this many playables. It's just like green-black was so obviously really open. I don't think we can cut any Visionaries because I think we're going to need the card draw. And of course we need the Shadow Cat. Yeah, like we have a lot of card draw in this deck, actually. 3 Visionaries, Shadow Cat, what other card draw do we have? Scale the Heights is a cantrip. I guess that's about it. Oh yeah, and I forgot I have these guys too. Oh my god. Balaged Recovery gets us back our best card. Man. This is crazy. So like I'm debating, like I could cut something for Spare Supplies. I generally like Spare Supplies, but the thing is, like, this card is good if you're just going to have some extra mana on some turns, because you can split up the 2 draws over 2 turns. It's good for that, but, like, how often is that going to happen? I just feel like we're always going to have gas because we have so many recurring threats. So I think we're going to try it like this. The Stomper is a tempting cut as well, but, like, we have 3 Scythe Cats. We have 3 of them. So yeah, we're going to try it like this. Let's check our land count. 13 and 15. Do we have any double pips? Scavenger is a double pip, and the Baloth is a double pip. So I think we're actually fine having it so we have 9 black and 8 green. That seems fine to me. Yeah, I think we're going to try it like this. To me, this deck seems extremely good. But we'll see how it goes. Let's go into game 1. Wish me luck, guys. All right, here we go. So, only blue cards. I mean, what am I talking about? Only green lands, which is very awkward. I kind of want to mulligan because of that. Like, if we draw a swamp, this hand is incredible. But, I mean, it's actually not even that incredible because we're missing turn 3. We're going to mulligan. There we go. This is way better. So, I think we're going to keep this and maybe we'll send back Reclaim the Wastes. It's hard for me to imagine that we're going to need more lands than that. Or we could send back Oblivion's Hunger. Just because we don't even have like a creature in hand. I think we'll do that. If we can't figure out anything good to do by turn 4, we'll just play Reclaim the Waste. So this hand is really... Oh, there we go. That's a draw. Do I want to play this now, is the question. I feel like since I don't have a 4-drop, I'm not really obligated to play it now. Nice. Now, if we get countered, we kind of cry, but He's got to have it, right? He's got to have that force spike. Yep, he had it. Wow. This card is really, really punishing when you actually get hit by it, but I don't feel like it's that good in the long run. The problem I have with this card is it's only good in the early game. Both halves are only good in the early game. So, like, you know how I was talking about that other card that I have that is a dual land where, like, if you draw it on turn 10, it's perfect. If you draw this on turn 10, both sides are a dead card. So I don't think it's as good as some of the other ones, but it's still pretty good. I think we're just going to cast this kicked, just to ensure we'll be able to get to the Baloth eventually. And one of each seems sensible. Yeah, I mean, I think it was a fine play to just play the Scavenger into the counterspell. Like, I think it was fine. So do we play the Survivor now? I don't really see the point. We might want to save it until we get a skeleton. Like, I feel like if the game goes super late, I don't really see how we lose because all of our really good threats are just repeated threats. So you know what? Actually, we might do Survivor plus Scale the Heights. Just because I want to play Scale the Heights anyway to draw. And, like, we're getting to the point, like, this spell can't be countered. Like, we're getting to the point where we just destroy our opponent with a kicked Baloth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, maybe not kicked, but maybe we just play it next turn and swing in with a hexproof can't be countered 6/6. I mean, that's absurd, right? I don't see how that loses. All right, what you got? That's fine. 5 mana to kill a 2 mana card. Fine by me. Just hold up a counterspell. Oh my god, he did. Alright, we're going for it. Can't be countered, bro. Can't be countered. Don't even try it. You know, I probably should have held that land so that in case we draw a Scythe Cat or whatever, we have multiple landfall triggers. From now on, I'm going to hold all my lands for that reason. What? Oh, is he going to try to mill me out? Is that his win condition? Wait, he's milling himself! Wait. What? Why mill yourself? I don't know of any cards in the set that reward you for milling yourself. I mean, there's some recursive cards, but interesting decision. Oh, he can't target it. What am I talking about? He forgot. He probably forgot until he played it that he can't target it because it's hexproof. So I would rather not have this thing get chilled, so I'm probably going to Blood Chief's Thirst a 1/3, which sounds crazy. But then again, like, oh, okay, yeah, now I'm fine with it now. I just don't want to spend my Blood Chief's Thirst and then he drops like a big boy on me and I can't deal with it. I'm fine having this be tapped for another turn. It'll come back. And we'll just kick this. So now we can see the power of the skeleton. Like, yeah, a 5/5 for 5 is not the most exciting card in the world, but like a 5/5 for 5 that you just have every turn almost is really good. We still don't have 8 cards in our graveyard. This lets you draw a card if I have 8 or more cards in my graveyard, but we're not there yet. The other nice thing is that the skeleton keeps coming back, so like it lowers my graveyard size. Like if he mills the skeleton and then I put a +1/+1 counter out, I get the skeleton back and my graveyard size goes down again. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this one. And we still have the removal in case he ends up having a big threat. So yeah, he's doing blue-black rogues. That is the strategy that they want you to do in blue-black in this format. Can't be blocked if you had another cleric rogue. Okay. If you have a full party, they get... Oh. How close is he to a full party? He's not close at all. He needs all 3 types. Okay. Well, let's attack. And then we'll kick the shade. Dude, my cards are so good. It turns out when you get into like all the open colors, like when absolutely no one is drafting green-black, you get a lot of good green-black cards. Although I think, was this a pack one, pick one too? So we got pretty lucky on that as well. Yeah, it can't block, but who cares? We're just going to kill our opponent. And so we're holding the land, so once again, the landfall trigger on this lets you recast this from the graveyard. So even if he has a removal spell, this will be coming back. Yeah, I wish I had held that land earlier. This would be a lot better of a situation for me if I had 2 lands in hand. I would feel a little bit more comfortable. I mean, I'm still going to win, I think. Like, I don't even know what this guy can possibly do to stop me from winning, because I have all these threats, but yeah. So if we kill this, we force a chump block. So I think that's sensible. We still don't have 8 in our graveyard, right? Maybe I should have drawn first, just to have more information, but it is what it is. So yeah, this forces a chump block, and he takes 11. Wow. I'm so happy I ended up in these colors, man. I feel like early on there was like that tough decision where I took, I'll show you the card. Yeah, this one. Early on there was like a tough decision where I ended up taking this card over something else that was compelling, and that ended up being such an amazing decision because this card is absurdly good, and we ended up in the perfect colors. So yeah, 1-0, let's keep it going. Oh wow, we're fighting Testament from Guilty Gear. So yeah, once again, like, these flip cards are just ridiculously good, because they're a good turn 3 play, or we can hold them and have a great play later. So I think we're probably going to play turn 1, play this tapped, turn 2 Shade, turn 3 Rogue. Sounds good to me. Great hand. And our opponent mulligan down to 6, so that's also good news for us. Oh, now we actually don't have to play this. I think I am going to do it like that. We're going to be slightly greedy. If we don't draw a land, we might end up in an awkward situation where we can't play a 4-drop. But the thing is, we don't have... Oh, wow, and we drew a land. We don't have a 4-drop in our hand, so it's really not that punishing if that doesn't happen. But now we have all our lands. So, like, you can just see how good these are. Like, imagine if these were basic lands, we would be so flooded right now. Our hand would be trash. We would be crying because we have no spells to play. But they're not. They're flip lands. And then vice versa, if we had drawn only spells, then we'd be sad that we don't have any lands. But we do. These are lands. So anyway, I'm going to stop ranting about how ridiculously good these cards are. But just trust me, they're awesome. They're incredibly good. Some of them. Not all of them are that good, but like these two are ridiculous cards. These are like 9 out of 10 power cards in my opinion. So yeah, we'll just play the Rogue here. Like, I don't want to jinx it, but I kind of feel like I've already won just by having this card on turn 2. I don't really imagine what he can do to stop this. I kind of just think I'll vanquish the weak that and get through for damage. Oh, wait, no, I don't need to, because this has Menace, because this card is absurd, and this is a good trade for me. I would like for him to make this trade, so I think we're just going to attack, and then we'll play the Visionary, which will hopefully find us a land. I guess technically it was an error to play the land before combat, just in case I wanted to replay this, but I doubt I would do that, even if he did make the block. Alright, no land, but... it's not the end of the world. We have plenty of plays next turn. So this into this is a nice combo. We can play this and then... okay, that's actually pretty good. That's a good way of shutting down the Shade, because now it doesn't go to my graveyard. We do have a card in our deck that lets us sack creatures, so that would be a really, really good draw. So I think we're going to do Reclaim the Waste to get a land, and then we'll play the Constrictor. I think that makes sense. And then we'll attack with just this. Our other option, we could Reclaim the Waste and then Vanquish the Weak, and then we can attack with both. That actually might be better, to be honest. You know, why don't... I guess we have to do this first, right? Are these equivalent? Yeah, there's no difference between these. I just feel like we're so ahead that we got to keep pushing our advantage here. Yeah, so the menace on this is really, really relevant. Again, I said I was going to stop reiterating over and over how broken this card is, but I lied. I'm going to keep doing it. So we need black, right? Yeah. Now, is there any benefit to holding this? Not really, right? Because now if we draw another land, we can do both of these, which... What? Bro, you can't tap out to draw 3 cards. You're gonna die. I don't know what you think is happening here. Yeah, we'll just play this for 5, I think. Well, we'll attack first. Not that it really matters. But yeah, we play this for 5, and then when we play the Constrictor next turn, this gets Menace too. Question is, do I want to play this as a land? I don't really think so. I would just rather have all the spells at this point. Even though, again, this does give me the... It would give me the double 3-drop next turn, but, like... Wow, look at how dead he is, dude. Oh, man, sucks for you, bro. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, never mind. Good draw, good draw. Okay. So, just play the Constrictor. And then, like, once again, like, we could just play this for a land, but I'm not in that big of a rush. I'll just kill this guy, man. It turns out these cards work well together, man. Oh, too bad. I'm still gonna have a Menacey Cobra though. Okay, that's actually not great for me. So we could play the Predation and try to take something, but like odds are he won't even have anything to take. So I'm thinking I might play this just to try to draw a card, because that might give us a land, and then we can play another Constrictor or something. Because, like, I need to play this to have an attack, right? Okay. So... I think I'll do this right now. Just in case. Wow, he did have a card. Nice. So, yeah, he's going to make that trade. Oh, well, but he has to double block, so... Not that it really matters. Alright. I mean, I could have played this and then dropped the Bailoff. That's probably a mistake. I should have just played this. Wow, he's attacking. That's bold. Sir, are you aware that there's hasters in the format? Yeah, I think we're just going to do this. Which card do I want back, though? I guess I want the Visionary just to have card draw. I don't know. We're going to win this game, so it doesn't matter too much, but... Yeah, I guess we'll just take the Visionary. See, aren't we glad we held this? Not really, because I would have won the game already if I didn't hold the land, but... We're fine. And if we draw another land, we still win. Oh, hey, I have one of those. Okay, we don't actually win if we draw another land, because now he has to triple block the Bailoff, but then we kill everything, and then we get through for 2 anyway. Our other option is we can Blood Chief's Thirst plus Visionary. I think I need to make him triple block the Baloth now before he gets into the Royal up. But wait, this is hexproof anyway, though. So he can't into the Royal it. Yeah, I think we have to play this now. Forcing a triple block is good for me. I don't know. Maybe this is a mistake because he's going to into the Royal the Constrictor, but like we're going to refill a little bit with the Visionary. I think we're fine. They're like, bro, you know you... Oh, no, he doesn't die. This doesn't have trample. But like now, you know you can't bounce this, right? It's hexproof. I think he should have triple blocked there. Because now he's got this thing that you can't do anything to. Yeah, okay, he's just playing that as a blocker. We're gonna hold the land just because, you know, we have landfall synergy. I'm gonna hold both lands. In case we draw a Scythe Cat or something. We haven't seen a Scythe Cat all game. Alright, there we go. Guys, our deck is a little bit crazy. Our deck is just a little bit crazy, but we're 2-0. Let's keep it going. Rank up. Not bad. Alrighty. Well, this is a good hand, even with no creatures. The question here is, do we play this as a tap land, or do we do turn 1 Reclaim the Wastes? I think I'll play this as a tap land, because we might end up doing like turn 4 Reclaim the Wastes. And so it's kind of awkward having all these removal spells and no creatures of my own. And it continues to get more awkward as I draw more removal spells, but we'll be fine. I think I'm just going to play Predation. Oh my god, he has so much. I'm not really afraid of the Arbor Mage. I think of all of these, I'm most afraid of the Baloth. Because we can't kill it with Vanquish the Weak. The Ox is good, but he can't play it until turn 5. And if I take a 3-drop, he still has another 3-drop. But maybe we get rid of the Sproutling just to stop his ability to refill his hand. But Sproutling dies to destroy the weak. This is a tough decision for me. I think... I think I'm going to get rid of the Baloth just because, like, if I'm going to lose this game, it's going to be from just getting rushed down and dying too fast. Especially because I have a removal spell that damages me. So, like, that's how I lose. And so I think if I can just stop that from happening, I can't lose. So I kind of want to just play this and draw lands. I don't really see an urgent need to remove anything right now. So I think I'm just going to do that. We have 1 black and 3 green with a handful of black. So I think I'm going to take 2 swamps here. And so, yeah. Okay, he played out the Sproutling. Oh, wow. So I think we want to play this right now. Because then we get a 4-4, which blocks his whole board, and he can't tap it next turn. So I think this is the play. And it uses our mana the best, so... If he has a removal spell, we cry, but... If we can just let it live a turn, then we have Oblivion's Hunger, which gives Indestructible. Yeah, you know, I'm going to not block that. So, tempting. It's very, very tempting to attack with the Colony and hope that he double blocks and then Oblivion's Hunger to completely blow him out, but If he doesn't double block, we just cry. So, I think the sensible play here is to maybe feed the swarm. Oh, wait, no, we need to save feed the swarm to use on the ox, but we also have Blood Chief's Thirst to use on the ox. So we can do like Visionary plus feed the swarm. I think that's fine. Or do we really want to leave up Oblivion's Hunger? Maybe we just do Visionary and hold up Oblivion's Hunger. I think that's fine, because like again, I'm not like, there's no like urgency for me to kill anything right now. So I think this is fine. We'll just outlast him. Once again, I think the only way I lose this is just from getting my life total dead, so I don't really see the reason to attack. The one awkward thing here is that if he has a land, he can play the ox and then the land, and there's not much I can do about it, but it looks like that's what's going to happen. So this gives indestructible, huh? Shame. Maybe he just doesn't have a land. And then we're feeling great. But, nope. Okay. We gotta make this block. The question is, do we want to give it indestructible? I mean, yeah, I think so. Even though we don't draw a card, like, having another blocker next turn could really save my bacon, so... So now... we're gonna Thirst the Ox. And hold up Vanquish the Weak. Perfect. Well. That's not great. Alright, which of these is more scary? I guess the 3/2 is more scary just because it's damage. And then, should we kill something now to save us the damage? Probably. Because, like, any damage we prevent now is life that we can afford to lose to feed the swarm. So, yeah. Once again, that sack creature would be really great right now. I think we're just going to do this now. Or are we? I mean, I'm fine making this trade, so... we're just going to save Feed the Swarm just a little bit longer, just in case something really scary comes down. Our opponent's deck seems very strong. Oh, nice. That's fine. That's a 1-for-1. So now I will cast this. Take 1 damage. Don't want my Constrictor to die. We did run that card, right? We ran that card where... oh, nice. Drawing a card is pretty good for me. Oh my gosh, that's really good for me. Okay. Only problem is... oh my gosh, wait. Yeah? Yeah, we're doing this. I mean... we're kind of winning the race, right? It's scary to attack. I mean, this is hexproof. Okay, I'm just going to attack with the 2/2, I think. Like, the incentive for attacking with the 6/6 is mostly that, like... if he has a removal spell, I'm in big trouble, but a removal spell doesn't help against this. And we're gonna... yeah, see? That doesn't work on the Baloth. So yeah, now we have a big shade. We're good. We're good. Just play a big shade here. And I'm holding my lands because, again, if the shade dies, each land is useful for helping us get the shade back. So since the shade can't block, again, we're not going to attack with the Baloth because we need the blocker so that we don't die. Man, lots of people are running these Oblivion Stone cards. I mean, I guess this is a 3-mana common that shuts down a creature. That is very strong. Wait, not Oblivion Stone. Oblivion Ring? That's the card, right? Exile! Oh, until it leaves the battlefield. Okay. When it leaves the... Oh, no. When it leaves the battlefield, the owner... What? Well, that totally screws me. Wow, they exiled my threat. Uh-oh. I mean, I can't attack. I'm just gonna keep holding my lands. Like, this is the only card that I would need a bunch of lands for. You for real? Does he have a way to give it Death Touch? Or did he misread his own card? I get the 2/2, bro. He must have thought he got the 2/2 or something. I don't know what he thought was about to happen, but now that we have a blocker, I'm going to attack with the Baloth. And now we're looking great because even if he can deal with the skeleton, every time we draw a card that gives a +1/+1 counter, skeleton comes back, so pretty sick. Never mind. We're up to 3 of these now. Once again, that card that lets me sack my own creatures would be incredibly good right now. I don't think I can afford to take 3. Too scary. Well, it's not the card that not the exact card I was looking for, but we can attack with the Baloth for sure. Put him on a timer. This should stop him from attacking with the Adept this turn. Also, keep in mind this still... Wow, this still has Menace because of the Constrictor. Yeah, we got there. That was looking a little dicey for a second, but Baloth really bailed us out. Hell yeah, I had fun, of course. All right. Oh, we're 3-0. On to the next one, boys. Okay, wow. For once, we don't have an incredible opener. Unfortunately, I think I have to send this back. Or do I? I mean, all my cards are so good. And we are running 18 lands, so maybe we just risk it for the biscuit on this one. And if things go really, really bad, we could kill an early drop from him. Yeah, we're going to risk it. We have 18 lands in this deck, and we're on the draw. We'll be fine. See, we got there already. I told you guys it was no problem. The turn 3 Scavenger, I feel like, is so good. You know, I really want to... Or the turn 3 Scythe Cat, come to think of it. That's really good, too, because it just grows every turn. Do I just play this now? I think I probably should. Just so that we don't end up with an awkward tapped land later. Our opponent's stuck on 3, is that... Oh, wait, no. He played to 3 on that turn, right? Okay, fine. See if I care. If you kill my stuff. Lotus Cobra! And now he has 3 mana! This card is absurd. Please just don't play any. Okay. Well, we're killing the Lotus Cobra. That thing is much too scary to let live. And look, it's a 3/3 flying Death Touch lifelink. What a broken card. And I'm sure he's going to zap it for 3 right now, but who cares? This card's absurd. Yep, I knew it. It's fine. I wanted that thing to die. It was part of my plan. We'll just play the Visionary, I think. See what we draw. More land, okay. Kind of regretting playing this as a land now because we got flooded, but I think we're fine. Okay, that's a big boy, but... Oh my. I think we just play this and don't get Oh, I have no choice. This is not a May ability. You must return 2 lands. I don't think I can afford to do that when we're playing Baloth next turn. I'll just do this, thanks. I feel like I may as well attack, right? So this becomes a 6/5. Well, I don't want to trade the Baloth for that, so I think actually I'm going to do something a little bit weird here, and we might double block the Baloth. If he even has a land. Who knows? He might not have a land. But I just don't... like... This thing being able to fight with this thing is not good for me. Wait, what? How could he play a land at instant speed? Is that possible? I'm going to double block. I mean... Yeah, he can kill both without even playing a land, but like the blowout potential here is much too scary. He might have a removal spell for the 3/2, which is also scary, but yeah. Okay. Mistakes may have been made here, but it looks like he's out of lands. That's the good news. So now we're seeing the combo, the Scythe Cat plus Stomper combo is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just attacking. Like, at this point, I'm kind of the aggro here. Because the thing is, the Baloth can be hard to block, but it can't block me as a 6/5. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he can't play a land on my turn. So yeah, like, this thing is going to do a lot of damage to me, but it can't block my Baloth. And he might not even have a land. Looks like he doesn't, actually. Handful of spells. Whoa! Okay, never mind. He has 2 lands. So he could have done that to block the Baloth. Wow. Crazy. So that is like infinite damage. There goes half my life total, but we have a Stomper. Well, we have the mana to do both of these, which I think is good. So let's attack. I hope I counted right. Yeah, I have the mana. Oh, sick. All right, do your worst. If he sends the Baloth, I'm probably just going to chump it. Because another one of these, I would be dead. We might still win this one. The Baloth is very scary, but we might still have this. Okay. I think I have to chump. Well, I mean, it might not even be a chump. Who knows? Maybe he doesn't have some kind of buff spell. Oh my god, he didn't? Okay. I thought for sure he either had a combat trick or another way to get instant lands. But I guess he had neither. Yeah, we just got to get through his chumpers. And now we have a trample. Look, see, now we get this back. Is that a brain genius play or what, guys? Get out of here! Oh my god, what a ridiculous play. Okay. Kazendu Stomper coming through. Oh my god. Well, I feel like I can just freely swing here. And Baloth wins us another game. Remember how we almost debated about not taking this? There was honestly a second where I considered not taking this card, and it's just hard won us every game. So glad that I took it, I guess. I don't really know how I was even debating that. It didn't even occur to me just how absurd this card is. Alright, opponent says good game. But you never know. He might have something. He does not. Alright, GG. Wow, 4-0, boys. 4-0. Streak is alive. And we're gold rank. Wow. We are gaining a lot of ranks on the strength of this deck, let me tell you. Oh, hey, we got three free cards here. Let's just take a quick look. This card is great in draft. I think it's great in constructed too. This is just a very good card. I like that card a lot. Flash Flyer mills the opponent, buffs your rogues. Oh, this is great too. See, this I think is one of the really good flip cards because the land half is good early game and the other half is amazing late game. And like these kind of gain control effects, they suck in early game, but if you have it in early game, just play it as a land. So I think this one's great too. Anyway, 4-0 on to the next round. Okay. Yeah, I think this is keepable. It's only 2 lands, but we are on the draw, so we get an extra draw step, and we have a 2-drop. This is a keeper. More land would obviously be what I'm looking for here. Oh, there he is, the Shadow Cat. Yeah, this is the guy that lets me sack a creature. Man, this would have been a great draw in all these games where the opponents were casting enchantments to stop my creatures. These would have been amazing for that. Alright, so he's got a wizard. Hey, we drew a land. Yeah, we just have to play this. So red-black tends to be, in this format, red-black is focused around the party mechanic and being aggressive. They have a lot of ways to give their creatures menace. They have a lot of ways that their creatures get buffed if they have multiple party members. Okay, a bit of an awkward turn 3 here. I'll just take the 2 damage. If he plays an equipment or something, that's perfect because I can vanquish the weak in response. But if he doesn't, I will just pass. Okay, we're going to vanquish the weak that. It is a party member because it's a rogue, and it's killing a 4-drop with a 3-drop is always good. I think we'll just play the Visionary here and not the Shadow Cat because I want to play the Shadow Cat when I can get some value out of it. Even though it does block the wizard better, but if I'm running into a removal spell here, I'd much rather have my Visionary removed. I will happily make this block because his wizards could make his party stronger in the future. Don't want to have that happen. So this is like exactly what I was talking about with the idea of the sort of the party, the adventuring group versus like, you know, the brutality of the land and nature. We're nature right now. We have cats, beasts, snakes, landfall. And he is he represents civilization here with rogues and wizards. So I think we want to play the Constrictor here, but the Shadow Cat uses our mana better. And like next turn maybe we could do something like Shadow Cat, Constrictor. I don't know. I just feel like with all this mana open, I feel like he must have something like the Destroy the Weak spell or whatever. So I would just rather him do that to my Constrictor than to my cat. So even though this is the less mana efficient play, I'm just going to play it like this because I don't want to run my cat into removal yet. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Oh, nice. We milled the skeleton. Get that guy back soon. Okay. I think we'll just play the cat. Now we have 2 mana open if we want to sack our Constrictor for whatever reason. Oh, look. See, he did have Vanquish the Weak. Converted mana cost 2 or less. Why does it give me the option of casting this? There's no creature with CMC 2 or less right now. Anyway. So once again, like the only way I feel like we lose is just our life total. Oh my god. If our life total gets too low, we have the potential to lose the game, but I'm thinking that Baloth might get things back on track for us next turn. Now, the best case scenario here is he doesn't block. I mean, he doesn't attack. If he doesn't attack, then it's like, fine. I'll 2 for 1 with my Shadow Cap. But no, he attacks. Okay. But yeah, he is on a very, very fast counter. Okay, never mind. Okay. That changes things. I think I am going to not attack. I think I'm going to not attack because if I attack, then I die on board. So no attacks, please. Man, can you just draw land for a while? Can you stop drawing threats? Whoa. Why would you do this? Oh, because I have the double block, of course. Okay. Well, we're dead. It turns out this deck can lose. That was unfortunate. We just got majorly blown out by Thwart the Grave. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, like, the only way I lose these games is just my life total. Like, if I can last for a while, I can't really lose. But, yeah, him having the 2 flyers... Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Sick deck from our opponent. Sick deck. So, for once... It looks like for once the party, the venturing heroes, representing the cunning of man, they managed to overcome the fury of the land and nature. So nicely done. But we are 4-1, still in this. We got a couple more losses to work with, so let's keep going. Okay, this is gonna be a no-go for me, I'm pretty sure. Only black mana and only 2 of them. We have to mulligan that. Oh god, still only black mana, but at least we can play the cards in our hand now. Yeah, I think we're going to send back the Stomper. And hopefully we can draw into some good stuff here. Wow, that's a good one. The Rogue is definitely good. Alright, our opponent's playing black-white Clerics, it looks like. This is a really sick card, by the way. Because look, now it's going to be a 3-3 next turn. We are definitely going to have to vanquish the weak that. This card just gets out of control so fast. Definitely one of the best rogues in the set. Wait, what? You put it on the Pack Beast. Interesting choice. But I mean, still, I just have to kill this. I absolutely have to. So, like... Because, like, think about it. If I play a creature this turn, he makes this a 4-3, and then I have no blocker for that. I have to. God, what a good card, man. Pretty nice from our opponent with the turn 2 aspirant, but we can bring this game back if we can survive. Oh, God, that's good, too. I would like another removal spell, please. Oh, no, what did I do? That was so dumb. I should have played the Sky Cat and then played the land, but maybe we should just play the Rogue instead. Because, like, I would kind of rather have the Rogue trade with the Pack Beast anyway. But yeah, this Felidar is going to get out of control fast, so we need to draw another removal spell pretty quickly. But he will hopefully run out of lands at some point, and this will end up as just like a 4-5 or maybe a 5-6. Yeah, I'm going to take this block. We're still in the kind of game where it's like the only real path to losing I see here is our life total, so I'm fine making that block. Okay, that's not bad for me. I mean, it's going to get him more lands, but at least he's not adding threats to the board, you know? So there's something to be said for holding the land and then playing cat plus land next turn. But I kind of think we need to not make the greedy play here because we need to hope that we draw a land so that we can double spell next turn. I think we have to be reasonable. Oh no. Well, I don't think we can win against that. Our opponent just had like 2 of the best rares in the set. I don't see how we can win. But you never know. And we did draw the land. God, I'm so dumb, dude. I have to play the Skycat first. Jeez. I need to think harder. That was actually a huge mistake that will definitely cost me a lot, I think. Because having a 3-2 here is so much better. Yeah, you have to think a little bit more with these landfall cards. Because look, I could have double blocked this. Pretty awful, man. Pretty awful. As tempting as it is to just give up because I'm going to lose, I think we have to play it out. You never know. A removal spell still kind of saves us, so... but how are we gonna... Man, if we could just double block this, life would be so much better. That was such a massive mistake, but you can't dwell on it. And then we can't triple block because this has 6 power. So I think what we might do is, like, chump this and block like that. But then how do we possibly come back? Maybe we just chump it and take 3, but then this gets stronger next turn. There's, like, no good blocks. Oh, jeez, man. Jeez. Maybe we block like that? I think I just lose. Alright, let's triple block. We lose the whole board, but at least we get rid of this Felidar that's ruining my life. Yeah, not playing that land cost me immensely. Okay, we lose, so... Yeah, I mean, even with that huge misplay, we would have lost. Like, our opponent just had an incredible start. One of the best 2-drop rares in the set into probably the best 4-drop rare in the set. I don't think there was any winning there. So now we're up to 4-2. I thought we were going to make it all the way to 7 with this deck, but we've had 2 very crushing losses in a row. Let's focus up. I'll try to make less misplays, and maybe this can salvage me all the way to 7. If we're lucky. Let's see. Okay, great hand. And we have an early Skycat. Yeah, this is going to be a keep. I think we're probably going to hold Reclaim rather than just playing it turn 1 for a land. Although then again, like, it is very important that we hit 4 mana to hit the Visionary. So, since we don't have a 2-drop, I think I am going to wait. And if, yeah, we didn't draw a land, so I think I am obligated to do this now. And I think I'll get a green because I already have 2 black in hand. Plus, this hides information from our opponent. He doesn't know our second color. Not that I think it's going to matter that much, but, you know, just in case. Play the Scythecat now to help it grow. And since he's green, hopefully he won't have removal. We're on the back of a crab, by the way. Anyone notice? This is the new board for the new set, and we're on the back of a giant crab. It's hard. It's kind of hard to see that at first. Yeah, that's where we are. I forget his name, like Charix or something. He's like a 0-17 crab, 0-14. I don't remember. Anyway, really cool card. I love that card. So yeah, I think we're just gonna do the most efficient use of our mana here. I mean, this feels like a really amazing start, so I should hope that we can win this game. But we'll see where it goes. Plus, we have Oblivion's Hunger, which draws us a card. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely doing... Wow, he can't even block the Scythecat. My hand is so good. I'm thinking I'm just going to Vanquish the Weak and go for it. And then we still have Oblivion in case he has a removal spell for the cat somehow. But yeah, I think we... Okay, opponent is not having it. He must have been stuck on land. He must have just not found his second color, unfortunately for him. But, yeah, that was more of what I was hoping would happen with this deck. 5-2. Let's keep going. Alrighty. Well, this is keepable. I mean, we have a 3 into a 4, and we'll draw more. This is fine. It'd be better to have early creatures, but, I mean, we're on the play. This is a fine hand. And look, there we go. I think I am just going to play it. I just feel like the early board presence is more important, and it's not like we're not going to have stuff to play on 5. Like, we're going to have a lot of stuff to play on 5, I'm sure. That's not great for me. I think we're gonna just see what he's got. This could affect my decision whether to trade or not. I think I care more about Vanquish the Weak here. Because we have so many ways of dealing with a 3-2. I think we'll just take away his removal. And I'll offer the trade. Totally fine by me. And now we can start refilling our hand with these visionaries. So yeah, he just plays it as a vanilla 3-2, which I will very happily trade my 3-2 for his 3-2, considering it's a 2-for-1, because this draws me a card. And that's a great draw. He's already got 2 types in his graveyard, so this is a 3-3 already. And if he plays a sorcery or something, it just gets better. So yeah, something I didn't mention earlier is that party members don't stack. So X is the number of creatures in your party. 2 clerics doesn't mean you have 2 creatures in your party. There's a maximum of 1 each. And conversely, if you have 1 creature that's multiple types, which there are a few in the set that work like that, it only counts as 1. So if you have 1 creature that is a cleric, a wizard, a warrior, and a rogue, you don't get 4 for that. It just counts as 1. Only 1 creature per thing. So anyway, we don't have any way of double spelling, so I think I just want to get the Skycat going. And I'm going to hold... I'm going to not attack because I want to stop him from attacking with the 3-2. So I think we'll just activate our Skycat here. And then if we draw another land... If we draw a black source, I guess I should say, then we can double spell. That's a lot of mana. And that is a very good card. So I think we're just going to jam this. Because, I mean, now we can block all his stuff. Yeah, this seems decent. I don't know. 5 mana is a lot of mana. Okay, so he kills our cat, but we still have this huge blocker. Well, we drew that, so we can do the double spell thing. I think we're just going to play this and pass. And then if he's got any kind of shenanigans, Vanquish the Weak should help us out. Oh, jeez. Okay, so let's think about this. Warrior, cleric, cleric, rogue. So if we kill the warrior, then he can only do 2, so he can't kill our scavenger. So I think we're obligated to do that now. So yeah, now this only does 2. So we can still kill our visionary, but like I need my scavenger because I want the lifelink to help me win the race. And there we got a Baloth, but let's attack first. See if we can draw land for our Baloth here. Okay. What are we getting back with this? Probably the Gnarlid? Or just the Visionary. Yeah, it's actually kind of a tough decision. If we play this as a land, we're guaranteed to be able to play the Baloth next turn. Yeah, okay. I need to stop being greedy and just play this as a land. Because, like, next turn we have 4, 5, 6. So we play this for 3, and then we only have 3 mana left. So, like, there's nothing I really want for 3 mana. We would have to top deck a land anyway. And if we top deck a land next turn, then we could play the Baloth anyway. So I think we play this as a land. It feels bad. It feels bad. I want to get my best card back from my graveyard, but, like, having a Baloth for sure next turn is going to be nuts. Because now, like, okay, so he has an answer for the scavenger, but We still have a Baloth. We have a Cave Troll. Except instead of a Cave Troll, it's a gigantic beast that... See, we did top deck a land. Feels bad, man, but it's fine. He can double block the Baloth. I think I just swing out. Right? Or maybe I swing with the skeleton because I can get it back. Hold up the Baloth. I mean, like, how can he possibly overcome the Baloth? The only way he can kill this is if I attack, right? So I think I'm going to attack like this. Just to get some power off the board. Because now if I top deck a card that gives counters, I can get the skeleton back. But he didn't block the skeleton anyway, so good news for me. We're going to hold the land, of course. Yeah, like a death touch or something. That's like the only real way that he can manage to deal with this. There is a white board clear, but I mean, if he has that, he clears his own board too. And I think it's rare too, so it's fairly rare. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're going to give the Baloth indestructible. An important note. Hexproof means the opponent cannot target it, but I can target it as much as I want. There's another mechanic called Shroud, which means no player may target it. But they don't really print Shroud anymore because I think beginners find it confusing. But Shroud is a little more balanced. Hexproof is a little busted. Hexproof creatures tend to be a little crazy and limited. Okay, I don't really know what that does. I mean, it lets him block it again next turn. I guess that's the only thing. But, like, he's still going to take 5 from the skeleton. Yeah, okay. 6-2. Oh, my God. Final boss time, boys. Final boss time. We're either going 7-2 or 6-3. No other options. Let's see how it goes. Oh, I got to pump myself up. I really need to play perfect in this last game, so... All right. I'm going to think really hard about basically every decision because I really do not want to lose to a misplay. So this has got to be a keep. We'll do turn 1, play this tap, turn 2, shade. Yeah, this seems like a really amazing hand, so hopefully it ends up being that. And then if he kills the shade, then we can do turn 3, land, plus bring back the shade. This card is broken, dude. Okay, keep. It would be kind of nice if we drew a land, because then we don't have to play... If we drew a black land, a swamp that is, you know, a black land. Oh, but wait, we are on the play, so yeah, I have to play this. Being on the play with the shade seems good. Seems like it should be hard to lose. Look, you can't block this with the crab. This crab is actually really scary, by the way. This is much more effective than it looks. So... I've said in all these previous games, the only way I lose is, you know, if I just get rushed down. But, no, the only way I lose this game is if I get milled. But I'm hoping that won't be a problem, because we do have a removal spell for the crab if we need it. Plus, the crab probably doesn't want to block the shade. So, just generally, we're in good shape here, I think, still. But, yeah, this crab for a 1-drop is very, very threatening. The only good thing is that he might mill a skeleton, but he didn't. Oh, God, the fledgling is very good, too. We might end up needing to vanquish the weak the fledgling. Oh, that's a good card. So... we're going to hold our land in case he makes the trade so that I can replay the shade. He did not make the trade, so we have some decisions to make. Do we vanquish the weak the crab now just to prevent ourselves from being milled? But the thing is, like, I can't really deal with this flyer. So I think I should just kill it. But we can wait till his turn, I guess, because it's not like it's going to get too big. I'll wait. So yeah, again, the mill potential is very frightening, but I don't know. It's actually, oh god, we're losing good cards too, but we can Bala Ged recover them back. But like, I'm actually wondering, like, is my deck more important than my life total? I feel like it has to be, right? Oh, man. Do I have any removal spells in here? No. I have to kill the crab, right? But this thing just gets out of control. This is such a ridiculous turn 1, turn 2. This is such a hard choice, guys. Okay, let's think about it. 25 cards in hand. Do I have a timeout? I don't have a timeout. Okay, resolve that. 25 cards in deck. So next turn, I go to 21. The turn after that, I go to 17. I don't think that he's going to deck me fast enough, especially because he's not in black. I think my best bet is to protect my life total, because it's going to be hard for me to beat that crab. Should I just play Bala Ged as a land? Kind of desperate for a land here. I think I should, because we need to be able to play Visionary next turn. I wish we had a skeleton in the graveyard. That'd be nice, huh? But the Baloth is a good draw. Hopefully these Visionaries can get me the rest of the lands I need. Yeah, I don't think one crab is going to be enough to mill me out. If he has another crab, of course, we just lose, but I think... Wow, nice. Get rid of 3 lands for me. I think we can overcome the crab. Hey, there's another land, but we'll play this first. And there's a skeleton. No point in attacking. He'll just block. So we'll play a 5/5 skeleton next turn, probably. Jeez, all my removal. I could have used that removal for that flyer. So, but in retrospect, of course, I'm very glad that I killed the flyer earlier instead of the crab. But we are getting very low. But the thing is, like, he's gonna run out of lands, right? Play this in case I top deck a land, so I can play Baloth. He's gonna run out of lands at some point, so we're not gonna get turbo milled that fast. Losing all my removal sucks, though. Okay, nice. More lands gone. This is going to be a very close game, I can tell. Unless I draw a land, in which case the game's probably over from Baloth, but we should be so lucky. Okay, wow, man. All these enchantments deal so well with our recursive creatures. That is just brutal. Now he gets to scry 2. 1 on top, 1 on bottom. Maybe he'll hold back because he doesn't want to race. Nope. I mean, it's not so bad. Oh, he did hold back. Okay. If I draw a land, that's great. I did not. This might find me a land, though. So these both draw me a card, but, like, I think I want to play this. Wait. Yeah, I think I want to play this so I can attack with the 3/2. It's a very tough choice. Maybe I should save this in case I can kill the skeleton somehow. I'll just do this. A land would just be perfect. Not exactly what I'm looking for, but I think I have to play this tap so that we can Baloth next turn. And then we pass down to 10 cards in deck. We got to start going fast here soon. That decision to not kill the crab might be coming back to bite me here as we mill 3 more. We just really got to hope he just runs out of lands. 2 more lands. Oh, he's going to draw lands from that. Now we kind of need a removal spell for the crab. Okay, so we play the Baloth. We attack with everything. He takes probably like 5. That's if he decides to let the crab die. Another defender. That's fine. Alright, let's go Baloth. We got to attack with everything. We have to put him on a fast timer here. He's probably going to chump that with the 3-2 would be my guess. Or he might double block. If he double blocks, that's not so bad. But he's kind of making the greedy blocks here. So there's like actually no reason for me to play a swamp here because Scale the Heights lets me play an extra land next turn, so I think holding the swamp is perfectly fine. Okay, well, I'm sure he has 2 lands in hand, like there's no doubt about that, so we either need to find a removal spell for the crab or kill him really, really fast. The Scavenger, these cards are fine to lose. Oh, there he is. There's the big boy crab. Well, I think this is where the run ends, guys. Yeah. I mean, just do this so he can't block it with the crab, I guess. Oh, what a mistake. What a mistake. If I put it on the Baloth instead, then the Baloth would have had Menace. I mean, I lose no matter what. He's going to play another land and kill me to the crab, but see, the only way he can block this is if he lets me kill the crab. It has Menace. So, on the off chance he doesn't have a land, we kind of have another out here. Just in the 1 in a million that he doesn't have a land, we could have another out from the idea that we could put a +1/+1 counter on our Baloth. Yeah, this doesn't matter. Oh, he's just scrying a land on top. Yeah, that's why he cast that. Yeah. In the end, the decision to not kill the crab did come back to bite me. But it remains... I think it's hard to judge. If I had killed the crab, he would have had like an 8/8 flyer by now, and I would have died to that anyway. So I don't really think that that mattered. But yeah, I mean, he had a good start. Turn 1 crab into turn 2 fledgling. It was a good job. And having removal that prevents me from recurring my creatures. It's a tough matchup, but not to make too many excuses. I think we did pretty good in this run, guys. We almost got there. Slightly disappointing, but 6 wins is nothing to sneeze at. I am pretty happy with the result. Let's get our prizes here. We get all our gems back, which is nice. And let's crack some packs. Why not? We got a few of them for getting 6 wins. Let's crack them. From our Ikoria pack, we got a mythic wild card. Excellent. You love to see it. And let's just take a look at some of the more cool cards in this Zendikar set. Yeah, this card is definitely good. Blue-green has a lot of kicker synergy. Oh yeah, here's a nice dual land. Good stuff. Yeah, that skeleton was really good, except against all our opponents that had enchantments that tap it down. I felt like we fought so many opponents who just had enchantments that instead of like actual removal. Now this is a sick card, Verazol. So again, the kicker theme returns. Whenever you cast a kick spell, you can remove 2 counters from it to copy the spell. Copy your kicked spell. How sick is that? And plus, I really like that he enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 for each mana spent to cast it. So it's not for what X is. If X equals 4, that means you spend 6 mana to cast it, so it's a 6/6. That also means in Commander, if this is your Commander, and this is the 4th time you summon him from the command zone, you know, there's all that Commander tax. That goes into his +1/+1 counters too. Command tax contributes, so that's really cool too, I think. What else we got? Angel of Destiny. Alternate win condition, right? Yeah, at the beginning of your end step, if you have at least 15 or more life than your starting total, each player Angel of Destiny attack this turn loses the game. Pretty sick. Pretty sick card. I like it. What else we got here? Oh, Confounding Conundrum. So this card's interesting. It seems like it's like a hate card for landfall decks because it stops you from playing a bunch of lands every turn. But the weird thing about it is that when a land enters the battlefield and it's not the first land they played for turn, you return a land to their hand, which kind of helps them in a sense because it puts more lands in their hand to get landfall triggers from. I mean, I'm sure like you'd still rather have this against the landfall deck than not, but it's kind of interesting. It doesn't completely shut their decks down. But that's definitely a good commander card too, by the way. It shuts down all those annoying green decks that ramp out really fast. Akiri, Fearless Voyager. Whenever you attack with one or more equipped creatures, you draw a card, and then she can give your equipped creatures indestructible. Really cool card in the red-white warrior deck with all the equipment. Red-white duel. These duels are really nice. I'll take as many of these as I can get in my collection. They're really good. In case you guys didn't figure out how they work, basically you can play it with the red side up, and then it's a red land, and you can play it with the white side up, and then it's a white land. So it's kind of like a dual land, except after you play it, you're committed to whatever color. Soul Shatter. I love this art. How sick is this art, man? Good lord. Wiley Becker. Great job, man. This art is so cool. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker with the highest converted mana cost. This seems like a good commander card too, right? All 3 of your opponents sacrifice their best thing, or at least their most expensive thing. Seems good. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you're not too disappointed that I didn't get 7 wins. I'm sure when you go back and watch, there are probably some misplays that could have won me one of the 3 games that I lost, but try not to be too savage about it, guys. I'm only human. I'm not that good at this game. But yeah, fun video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know if you want to see more Magic content. Bye, everybody.